Toyota 86 is a globally acclaimed sports coupe, the focus of a fast-growing, passionate fan base of owners worldwide. And in New Zealand, we race them in the Best Bars Toyota 86 Championship. Hello and a warm welcome, and the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park nearby for the final rounds of the Best Bars Toyota 86 Championship for 2021. 12 races done, 3 to go, and 3 men still with the possibility of taking the title. First though, let's look back at what happened last time out at Pukekohe. Always a challenge. Pukekohe just outside Auckland, and add a little bit of inclement weather, and it was going to get interesting. In qualifying, it was Ryan Wood who took the pole with a 1:16.881, but Rowan Shepherd and Simon Evans were right there with him, so we knew it was going to be good. Wood took the lead early on, but he was pushed by Shepherd. Evans right there in third. And the two of them, Wood and Shepherd, went head-to-head for the entire of race 1. But the first major mistake was Wood's as he went wide at the exit of 1, but soon reclaimed his position, and as they came to the line, look at this. Ryan Wood just takes it away from Rowan Shepherd, with Evans in third as they started. Race 2 and a reverse top 10, as always, made it very interesting for those chasing the title, because they would have several cars to overtake before they could challenge. ORR-WEST going strong early on. And while it was still wet, we wouldn't forget some excellent moves by Simon Evans as he picks up the lead. Again, a bit of grass tracking from Ryan Wood, similar to race 1, but again, he gets back on track and would scythe his way through the field again. Closing stages, and Simon Evans wins by a country mile to keep himself in contention. And then it was down to the feature race, race 3. Perfect conditions for this one. And once again, Ryan Wood ahead of the field. Simon Evans holding off the rest of the pack, including Rowan Shepherd in third, side by side for much of the race. And there was others involved too. But again, it came down to the contenders. Ryan Wood at the front, Simon Evans doing everything he could to hold off Rowan Shepherd. Wood with his second win of the weekend, Shepherd second and Evans third, and that means Rowan Shepherd now has a 2-point lead, that's all, going into the final 3 races ahead of Ryan Wood. And Simon Evans with more to do on 7.72.
Ryan Wood, this has been a little bit of a breakthrough season for you. You're right up at the sharp end. In fact, as we go into the last round of the championship, it really is between 3 of you. Where has all the speed come from this year?
I think we've had good preparation to start the season, and you know, the car's been there all season. The team's worked well with James and George and myself. We've been quick all season. I was quick in go-karts, so there's no reason why I can't be quick in cars, and we adapted quite well this year against Rowan and Simon. Obviously, we've still got this weekend to go, but we'll see what we can do.
It seems each one of the 3 of you has got a strength at a different track, at a different time, and a different race. How are you going to deal with those 2 today?
I think, honestly, today we can just do our best and salvage some points. A podium would be nice, a race win, you know. If we can finish in front of Rowan, would be awesome, but and Simon, obviously. But we've got 2 more tomorrow, and they're the money ones.
At your the last race at Pukekohe, race 1, I predicted that there was no way you were going to overtake on the last lap, and you overtook on the last 200 metres. Where did that come from? How did you do that?
I saw Rowan, obviously I followed him the whole race, and I saw him braking over the top of the hill, and the lap before I got a really good run using 5th gear and no brake, just coast, and I used that on the last lap, and obviously I got a good enough run to get Rowan, and I think he might have played it safe. He had quite a good little sizable gap going into that turn, and I managed to get him across the line.
So we turn to the final 3 races, and it's Rowan Shepherd and Ryan Wood right where they need to be on the front row. Murphy, Giltrap, Allen and GILCHRIST, Simon Evans with work to do from 7th, John Penny in 8th, Bryant, CHRISTINA, ORR-WEST, Whitley, Justin Allen, as we get ready for the start of the first race of 3 to end the season here in 2021. Good start from Ryan Wood as they dive towards the first corner. And Shepherd didn't get away well. Look at Murphy. Ronan Murphy up to second as they go into turn 1. We're on board with the 91. Now he's got to watch Shepherd coming up on his inside, and sure enough, Shepherd gets back to second place. So it's Wood, Shepherd, Murphy. Good start. Where is Simon Evans? He qualified 7th. Said there was damage and some bent bodywork to the car, and there he is in the middle of your shot there in the black and red, still fighting with John Penny and Hugo Allen, the sim phenom. So work to do for poor old Simon Evans. He's got to get through that traffic and get with the leaders. We're on board with him now. You can see he's got Allen in front of him. There's John Penny just ahead. So he's got to bide his time, but he needs to get past these two and stay with that lead pack as they head down to the back part of this Taupo circuit for the first time. Into turn 9, very fast indeed. And now all the way down to the long hairpin, and Ryan Wood now starting to extend that lead. Shepherd still second. Murphy, what a great start. Penny pulling away from Allen, and Evans again looking for a way past as they go into the hairpin. He's got the long straight now before they go into the last complex to make an overtake. Evans eyeing up a move now, up through the gearbox. Evans has got to get on level peg with the leaders if he's going to stay in this hunt. He's only a few points behind, and with 75 for a win, it's far from over. 2 races tomorrow to decide the championship, and Ryan Wood knows it. Shepherd just has to keep Ryan Wood in his sights, but what he really wants is to extend the gap by getting ahead of Wood. But Ronan Murphy and several others behind are also in this to finish their season on a high, remember. GILCHRIST yet to have a win. Further back, there's Justin Allen in the 99, fighting hard with CHRISTINA ORR-WEST in the ITM yellow. Allen making a move up the inside. Turn 2, can't quite pull it off, and she's battling back. Critical corner, this right-hander. It's slightly off camber on the exit. If you get hung out to dry on that, it's easy to go off. And there's some tricky corners on this infield, like that one. That's exactly what can happen. And ORR-WEST recovers. But Allen is through by the looks of things. She's got the better line, though, into the inside left-hander. And now it starts to open up a little bit. Quick jink to the left, and then this long, very, very fast 4th gear. Opening it up, and you can see wide on the exit, throws up the dust, but you want to be as close to that dust as possible. And then a possible overtake into here if you're close enough, and that's exactly what Shepherd has tried there. That's a nice move by Rowan Shepherd. Oh, and he's forced Ryan Wood wide, and Shepherd picks up the lead, and that's vital. Shepherd knows it. Murphy now wants a piece of Wood. The youngster, Ronan Murphy. Trying to follow in his father's footsteps, and he's a chip off the old block for sure. Can't quite do it, though. Good at braking by Ryan Wood as he stays in second. Shepherd now leads this race on lap 2. Great stuff. Wood in second is where he needs to be, but where is Evans? There he is. Evans chasing down Hugo Allen. Evans jinks to the inside. It's a drag race to turn 1, but Evans will have the advantage and takes it. Nice work by the experienced racer, multiple champion Simon Evans. Now here's a replay of where Wood lost the lead on the exit of the hairpin, and yeah, you can just see he just went wide. Shepherd was already, as you can see, before they exited, vying for the lead, and as we're on board with Murphy, you see it clearly. So then, now can these 3 pull away from the rest of the pack? It's actually a 5, now 6 with John Penny. Battle 7th is now Evans in the wet and forget car. And remember, they've not raced here for some years in the Toyota 86s, so very few have got experience here. Evans is definitely one of them. But the youngsters will not have raced the best Bars Toyota 86 cars here. Now, another drag race. Ryan Wood coming back at Shepherd, and he's got a run on him now. He's got the better line for the complex, but look at this. Ronan Murphy doesn't care about the championship. He just wants a win. But Wood eyeing his way for an overtake. They're side by side as they head towards the complex, and oh, great stuff from Wood. He uses the rumble strips to make his advantage, and through back into the lead goes the youngster Ryan Wood. Well, he did this at Pukekohe. He showed so much confidence. Remember, Shepherd's definitely more experienced with his international TCR work, so he should be the favourite for the title, but Wood has been the phenomena of the year. Just got better and better as the season's gone on, and it really has been toing and froing between Shepherd and Wood all year. And Evans, while not doing a lot of winning, has done a lot of consistent running, as you'd expect from a former and experienced champion. Look at this race, though. Shepherd almost touching the rear end of Ryan Wood. And if they go out, it could end their championship in one foul swoop, so they've got to be careful. And Murphy, like I said, is unfettered. He doesn't care. He just wants a win. Likewise, the same for GILCHRIST and a few others behind. John Penny back in the action again. He'll want to get a good result. There he is in the white and the blue and red stripes. The wholesale Cars Direct car goes a little bit wide there, and Shepherd comes alongside again. Back comes the 34 as they head towards the hairpin. Can Wood hold on? He's got to hold this line and hold it tight, and he does so. Wow, this is great racing. Nail-biting stuff for the championship. Touching there as Shepherd goes to the grass for a moment. Again, another drag race towards the complex, but Wood holds the better position if he can keep his nose in front or break late. Shepherd just ahead, but will Wood come back? You can see it from Murphy's position. There's absolutely nothing between him. And again, Wood does that same maneuver and holds on just. Wow. Absolutely sensational racing, side by side through the last 4 corners. And it's not over yet. Down the main straight. Wood will have the advantage into turn 1. This is absolutely excellent. Again, they accelerate out of 1. Shepherd really risking everything, but knows he has to. He can't give Wood a chance to get back into the championship leader. Whoever wins this race will lead the championship between these two. And that can be psychologically a huge advantage going into the final 2 races on Sunday. So here's Shepherd's perspective. He's looking every which way. He's just trying, I think at this point, to force Wood into a mistake. Obviously Wood knows he's there, and he's just trying to make him drive at his mirrors, and if by doing that he can get him to lose his concentration, he'll have his chance. Now here's a good battle. The experienced John Penny with Simon Evans right there behind him. Evans needs past John Penny, and Penny is in no mood to give up that position. And Evans has got a do-or-die situation, because if he makes a mistake pushing too hard to catch up with the leaders, then his championship will be over. Like I said earlier, he's complaining that the car was a little bit bent and bruised after qualifying, which is why he qualified so far down. So they've been working on it all night, and it looks as though Evans has got to grips with it. But as we come towards the checkered flag, it's not going to be Evans' day, but it is going to be this man's. Ryan Wood, he comes through the complex for the last time. Shepherd's there, but he's not going to overtake him, and it's the 17-year-old from Wellington who takes the checkered flag and will take the championship lead going into the final 2 races then. Confirmation of the result, Ryan Wood with the victory over Rowan Shepherd in 2nd, Murphy 3rd, then Simon Evans 4th, Marco Giltrap in 5th, Brock Gilchrist, Hugo Allen behind him, then John Penny, CHRISTINA ORR-WEST, and Justin Allen. And further down, Alexandra Whitley, Taylor Bryant, and Mark Mallard.
Ryan Wood, race 1 of the weekend, and that was a heck of a race. You were in the lead, not in the lead, and then you were, and you won the race.
Yeah, I think that would be rated probably the best race of the season. By far, me and Ryan raced really clean out there, and Ronan was right on us. I had to run the block. Pace wasn't quite there today in race 1, so we'll tune it up for tomorrow and see what happens.
Yeah, it was a great race. It was probably one of the best races I've had with Ryan. So, yeah, not a number 1 like we need, but yeah, we're there. So it's a big turnaround from where we were in practice. We found some buggered shocks in there. So we've got the race pace, and I think we've probably got a slightly quicker car than Ryan Wood. So just got to make the most of it tomorrow.
Yeah, I knew there was a bit of a championship battle going on, so I was careful where I sort of dipped my toes. But yeah, for sure, it was a really, really tough race, and and Ryan and Rowan fought incredibly hard, and yeah, I was just glad to be a part of it, and obviously would have liked to have been maybe 2 places up, but no, we'll take third, absolutely.
Coming up, we talk to the man enjoying his 86 experience. It's the number 99, Napper, Justin Allen. And of course, all the action from race 2 and race 3 to end the series after this. Welcome back to the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park, just outside Taupo. Perfect conditions as the championship contenders start to think about the championship title chase with 2 races to go. And while they ponder that, we're going to take a closer look at one of the regulars and most experienced drivers out there, Justin Allen.
It all started probably about 6-7 years ago. I didn't start in karting like a lot of them. Julian Hardy, who was Mantle 2 Car Club president at the time, left a little UCOL built Starlet at the track for me one day and said, just have a go, see what you think, and got in it and tried to go down the back straight, and I was like, came back in, where's 5th gear? I'm like, oh, it's only a 4-speed. I'm like, oh. And yeah, so that's where it all started, and got into the MX-5 class in the Master Series and progressed up to the Pro 7 Plus and did quite well in that over a period of time, and then progressively went to Toyotas and been here ever since and loved it. We seem to have a pretty good race car. I've never been the best qualifier on these 86s, but we seem to have pretty good race pace throughout. So we feel we've got a bit of a handle on the car this weekend finally. So yeah, we'll see how we go. It's a very unique car to drive. It's very, very different to the Mazda in the way you drive it and the way you set it up, and also the technical data behind everything as well. It's very, very different. So over the course of being with International Motorsport over the past 2 years as well has certainly helped with that, and it's progressing my driving, I think, a little bit as well. I'm definitely showing a little bit more consistently top sort of 5 pace, like definitely yesterday in practice showed that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I get it down to. I think I can drive anyway, but these young guys certainly are very good drivers as well. The One Make series is always the most competitive series in the world. You look at Porsche Carrera Cup and all those sort of One Make series, the top 10's usually extremely close. You look at this weekend, it's a second that covers the top 10. Anything goes wrong up the front can have a chance to be up the front. So that's exactly what these One Make series do. They allow anybody that, you know, the opportunity to have a good crack up the front.
And that's exactly what I'll get a chance to do now, because he starts pole with a reverse top 10. ORR-WEST alongside him, then it's Allen and GILCHRIST on row 2, Giltrap and Evans, who is ahead, more importantly, of Murphy and Shepherd, who've got work to do, and Ryan Wood starts 9th. So it's going to be really interesting, and this could be the pivotal race of the championship, because the contenders need to come through, and Simon Evans needs to score big points. Here's a look back as they start race 2 from Evans, and he got a good start. Justin Allen on the inside, though, with ORR-WEST alongside, the 2 yellow cars going side by side, but it will be Justin Allen who takes the lead here at Taupo. Nicely done. Now, where are our contenders? We're with Simon Evans, and he's got the advantage because he started ahead of both Shepherd, Wood, and several others, and here he is already jostling for position in that wet and forget scheme. He's in 5th place at the moment, but look at the gaggle behind him as the field starts to spread out on the infield here at Taupo. There's Rowan Shepherd, Ryan Wood right behind him, so Wood keeping an eye on Shepherd. We're looking back from Evans. He's got 2 cars between him and his rivals, but this is a really important race for Evans. If he's going to have a run for the last race, anything can happen. Somebody could have a mechanical or a crash of some sort, and that could end their chances of victory. And Justin Allen is sprinting away at the front. A nice start by him as we go on board now with Wood out of the hairpin. Shepherd gets alongside and past him. And he's going to try and drag him now down to the complex. This is great stuff. Championship's on the line. And the 2 contenders are side by side with a gaggle of cars in front. They'll come down towards the braking point, the left-hander. Evans, we're on board with him as he dives across the rumble strips. Nicely done. Makes that as straight as he can. A little mistake there, got a bit of oversteer, but Alan leading this race now, and he's pulling away at the front. Good start by him, and behind him is Brock Gilchrist in second place. There's Evans in third. He's got away from the pack, but look how close they are behind him. It's getting tense out there. Shepard's got a good advantage now over Wood, who's lost several places now in the melee. Hugo Allen in front of him right there in the number 30. Also ahead of him, the 91 of Ronan Murphy, who had such a good run in race 1. Got to grips with the Taupo circuit very well indeed. And, ooh, that was brave, but it needed to be. Ryan Wood showing all his bravery there. And this 17-year-old is fastly becoming a very, very good tin top driver. Of course, has got a huge pedigree in karting before coming here. Everybody coming from different walks of racing. Shepard, of course, a TCR man. And reputed as definitely one of the top tin top men in the country. We go on board with CHRISTINA ORR-WEST. Those two were teammates earlier in the year in the endurance, and now they're side by side, but Shepard's got the advantage. Wood still being bulked, and now Wood's got to use this straight to get back into a position where he can challenge Shepard. This is not where he wants to be, but he's got to be careful not to make a mistake as well. Tense times for the championship as we go on board. You can see the traffic from Wood's situation. It's not what he wants to see. He can do nothing about it either. Just needs to bide his time through here and then maybe get a lunge at turn 1. That's the most obvious overtake. Allen continuing to lead. Gilchrist, though, has taken a little bit of time at him, and it looks as though Evans is catching the leaders. Now, the next group is led by Rowan Shepard. And that's important, because if Shepard can get with the lead... Oh, no! Disaster for Wood! Absolute disaster for the Wholesale's car direct, man. Let's see what happened. It was the number 84, Marco Giltrap, that got into the back of him, and you can see how frustrated Ryan Wood is, obviously. But let's have another look at it. Well, Giltrap really can't be put too much fault on that. He didn't mean to do it. But either way, the Wholesale Cars Direct man, his whole championship going away potentially on just one corner. Now, back to the lead here in the closing stages, and look at this. Talking of closing, Gilchrist. Brock Gilchrist has done a phenomenal job. He's right there with Justin Allen now. And Allen's got it all to do now if he wants to win this race. Behind is also the desperate and very fast Simon Evans, who needs at least a podium, if not second place. So he'll be hoping that he can force the two in front of him into a mistake as they fight. Allen, though, defends his position. Gilchrist goes to the outside of the left-hander. And now we'll try and tuck round and try and get good drive now. That's good racing by Gilchrist. He's got good drive now, and if he can make a move coming into the complex. Time running out. This is the last lap, and if Gilchrist is going to do it, he's going to have to do it now. Allen is wise to it. He defends his position. Into the complex they go, but Gilchrist has got good drive. Gilchrist got great drive there, and here he comes up the inside. Very close indeed. Gilchrist goes to the line, but it's going to be Justin Allen. Allen wins from Gilchrist in second, Evans third, and Shepard fourth. Now, the stewards looked at this and deemed that Justin Allen did a jump start. That knocks him down to fourth position, and that gives Brock Gilchrist his first ever win in the series. And more importantly, Simon Evans, a really good second place. Ronan Shepard, once again, on the podium. His opponent, Ryan Wood, finishes a dejected 7th place.
The first few laps were quite hectic. I can afford to be quite aggressive at the moment, so I made the most of that. And but yeah, apart from that, it was quite a lonely race. But I'm just really happy with my car speed. I think we're one of the fastest cars out there for sure. You know, we just had such a bad bench shock in qualifying; it wasn't even working, and so that's why we qualified where we did. So that pace showed our true potential. So it's I don't even know what the points are, but doesn't matter. I'm going to have a good old go in this last race.
Ryan Wood, the race started off so very, very well, and you were making ground, but suddenly a spin on turn 1. What happened?
Yeah, I just got collected by behind. See the damage on my left rear. Turned in and got hit by Marco, but I did the same thing at Manfield. Mistakes happen, that's motor racing, you know. We're still in the hunt. We'll give it a good hot crack in the last one. You know, is what it is from now on. I've always said it's a bonus to win the championship, so I'm not stressing it.
We're here with Hugo Allen, his first race weekend. What's it been like?
It's been really cool. It's a big learning experience. Obviously, I've come from sim racing, so there are a lot of things that you can pass over, but there are obviously a lot of new things to learn as well. It's quite a hard car to build the pace in and get up the front. So, I'm enjoying the challenge, and it's a great car. Toyota, heavily support the series, and it's really good. And in my opinion, the best tin top series in the country. My dad used to race in Porsches in New Zealand, but I didn't really pick it up until I was about 13 or 14, and that was in a Toyota Hilux in the paddock doing laps. So, so from then on, I wanted to get into it. I started a bit of karting. So in 2017, had about a few weekends of karting. I got into sim racing, and I've learnt loads from that, taking off of like top sim races. So there's lots to learn in there as well, and to be honest, if I hadn't have done all the sim racing that I've done up until this point, I would not be here. Race 1 yesterday was good. I learnt lots, although I didn't keep the position that I qualified in, so we know that the car's quick. I just made some mistakes, got a bit impatient, and but that's racing, and I'm learning so much.
Coming up, it couldn't be more beautifully poised here at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. He'd be proud to watch these three drivers go head-to-head for the title in one race, and they all start at the front. Join us after this for the finale. Welcome back to the final race of the 2021 season, and the championship is on a knife edge. Will it be Simon Evans with all his experience of tin tops? Rowan Shepherd, likewise, the TCR international man? Or will it be the youngster, the 17-year-old, who now has an outside chance? And it's Rowan Shepherd and Simon Evans on the front row, Gilchrist and Wood on the second row. Ronan Murphy already on the podium this weekend in 5th, Justin Allen alongside him, and then further back, or west, Hugo Allen, who we heard from. Here we go then, the final race of the year from Taupo. Shepherd on the right-hand side, Evans gets away well. And it's a good start from Ryan Wood too. We go on board with Evans, and he has defended his position nicely ahead of Rowan Shepherd, who dives into the first corner. On the outside, Ryan Wood's got to be careful. He will win the title, but anything can happen. It's the final race of the year, and it's not just the title contenders who want to win. Everybody wants to finish their season on a high. Gilchrist got his first win as Ryan Wood makes a gesticulation at the cars in front of him, getting frustrated already perhaps. But look at the pressure now that the wet and forget Simon Evans is under. And also in that mix is Brock Gilchrist in the number 10. We're on board with him now as they head down towards the left-hander. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Wood's in 4th. Wood got good drive there, and he could now challenge Gilchrist. Oh, very close indeed. Now down the back straight they come. Evans under immense pressure from Shepherd, but Shepherd's got to be careful. He can't blow it at the final hurdle. And as we go on board with Brock Gilchrist, you've got to think that he'll want to take an outright win on the road and not get it by default when Justin Allen jumped the start last time out. And Ryan Wood got good drive there, and he gets alongside Gilchrist now. But he's still in 4th place, but he's got a good chance now of making an attack on the 3rd place number 10. The ITM-sponsored number 10 of Brock Gilchrist under pressure. Likewise, so is Evans from Shepherd. Shepherd jigs out. He won't do it this time. Evans holds on into the complex, the left-hander, the right-hander. It looks easy, that complex, but if you get it wrong and bounce too heavily over those curves, you can lose a lot of drive and find yourself in the wrong position going onto the main straight. John Penny now putting a challenge in on Ronan Murphy. Penny on board with him. Up the inside of Murphy. And that's good driving. Oh, he can't quite pull it off. Good stuff by Murphy. Keeps his foot in on the outside. And that's a classic way to hold the line, because the next one is a right-hander, and Murphy says, no thank you, sir. Great driving from Ronan Murphy. And there's so much talent in this field, and this series, with it being a one-make series, really does. Ooh, Ryan Wood show the talent, and that was the talent of Wood being shown there as he forces his way past Gilchrist, who touches a wheel onto the dirt there. And now we've got the three contenders, 1, 2, and 3. Although Gilchrist isn't done, I don't think. Let's have another look at that. Wood making his way on Gilchrist. Gilchrist braked early while he was behind Shepherd, and that was a great bit of impromptu advantage taking. Look at that, great dive from Ryan Wood. That's his karting skills coming through. And really, really good poacher stuff. And he's in third place now, but Evans getting, what, 2 car lengths ahead as Wood now starts to make an attack on Shepherd, and that was another great dive. He's driving like a man possessed, and well, he might be after that disaster in race 2. And look at them side by side now as they've been all season. And Shepherd under massive pressure. Shepherd only has to finish second, but he doesn't want Wood in the game, or Gilchrist, who's right there too. Oh, this has got to be tense for the 28-year-old Rowan Shepherd. Didn't expect to do this championship at the start of the year. Came in last minute and has had an up and down season. He's had some great weekends and then some ordinary weekends by his standards. And he's been certainly kept honest by these youngsters. Remember, Ryan Wood, just 17 years of age, the man from Wellington. So no question that Wood is one for the future, following in the footsteps of Peter Vodanovic, now racing in the United States after winning here in '86. Back on board with the replay of Wood past Shepherd. You see Gilchrist kind of just gets the slipstream and follows him through, or tries to anyway. Can't quite pull it off. Shepherd just steps in at the last moment. Now back with Simon Evans under massive pressure as Wood has got past Shepherd. Gilchrist is there in 4th place. This is a great battle. And just behind them is the 91 of Ronan Murphy. All 5 of these guys won a victory for different reasons. The top 3 want the title, and the guys behind just want the race win. On board with Shepherd. Now Shepherd's got to use his thinking hat here. He just needs to get past Ryan Wood, put himself into 2nd place. He doesn't need to beat Simon Evans. Simon Evans, remember, started a few points behind. When we came into this weekend, there was just 2 points between Ryan Wood and Rowan Shepherd. But as the weekend has progressed, Wood going out of that 2nd race has allowed Shepherd to get closer to that title, and Evans is just hoping that something will go wrong with the 2 men behind him. They're side by side now in 2nd and 3rd. Shepherd's got the better line, though, going into the left-hander. And he does take it. Ahead of Wood he goes. So, as it stands, Shepherd would take the championship, but we're far from over yet. Another lap completed. The top 3 as it's been all season long. Evans, Mr. Consistent, Shepherd and Wood taking the lion's share of the victories, and the odd victory from the likes of Gilchrist and a few others have made this one of the most interesting championships in the 7-year history of the Best Bars Toyota 86 Championship. As we go back on board with Ryan Wood. Wood is not going to give Shepherd an easy time of it, you can be sure of that. And Gilchrist, on the other hand, won't let Wood lie either. What a great race this is. Murphy now still there. Now Penny's coming as well. This race far from over. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Back to the action at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. And Evans continuing to soak up the pressure with Shepherd and Wood right behind him. Gilchrist and Murphy. Penny's now caught this group. Gilchrist taking a wide line there. Oh, side by side. Oh, and they bang doors for a moment there, and Murphy's come off worst, and Penny's going to have a go now. So that's how quickly things can change in 86. Penny slides his way past Ronan Murphy, who has to go wide. And that's how quick things can change. Got to love this one-make series. It's all about racecraft. And poor old Ronan Murphy's going to have to rebuild now. Well, he came straight from single-seaters in the States, having come up the ranks of karting and single-seaters, and he's really taking to these tin tops. And who will say he isn't a chip off the old block? And I'm sure Dad will be watching on and seeing his form and be very impressed with this youngster, Ronan Murphy, who's making a name for himself here in New Zealand as he is worldwide. Penny then, taking advantage as the field's starting to spread out. It was a wise move by Ronan Murphy. He wanted to continue in the States, but more importantly, wanted to continue racing. And this price point and this type of racing was just what he needed. Plenty of media coverage and just keeping everything going, more importantly. And talking of which, Evans took the jump as well, jumping out of the big V8s and choosing the 86s, and I think Evans has enjoyed this challenge too of the one-make series. And now he's under big pressure from the 28-year-old from Hastings, Rowan Shepherd. And there's no question, two of the best proponents of tin top racing in the country leading the way, and the youngster Ryan Wood right there in third place, watching it all happen before his eyes. And as it stands, Shepherd just needs to stay where he is. But I don't think he's counting on it. What he would like to do is force Evans into a mistake, win this race outright, because look, Wood's coming. And this is the last thing that Shepherd needs. He must be sweating under that helmet right now. Massive pressure, such a long year of racing between all three of them. Koe was in the wet last time out. Manfield was excellent. And now perfect conditions for these final few races. But it all comes down to these final few laps now. Evans leading the way. Didn't get the best of starts to the weekend. Started in third, some 7 points adrift of the leader. Ooh, and Wood gets a tap from Gilchrist, and the Care Vets man not showing a great deal of care for the championship hopes of Ryan Wood, and Gilchrist barges his way through. Here's another look at it. Well, just a little love tap. But there was room, and so no harm, no foul. Let's see it from Gilchrist's point of view. That was good driving. And there's no question that Gilchrist is another man who has made a name for himself this season. He's been around for a while, but that win last time out was his first. And now he's in third position. And John Penny's having a good run here. He comes up on Ronan Murphy now. And Murphy has been in a few battles in this race, and he's in another one now. Murphy on Wood. And those two going at it, and they touch, and Wood could get the worst of that. Penny's going to take advantage. And it's all happening now. Wood under massive pressure, and he's got damage to the car. Big damage to the rear of that car. Penny lost out on the infield there. But he's still in this hunt. Oh, look at this stuff. Marco Giltrap joins the party. A four-way battle with damage to Ryan Wood. Meanwhile, a three-way battle at the front. Gilchrist has now made it a three-way battle. Wood leading this group of, what, 5 cars? With damage to the rear, but nothing that would stop his pace, I don't think, as we look back. And that's not the view he wants to see in his mirrors. But he's shown real grace under pressure in the last few races. But Murphy now coming alongside as they exit the hairpin and down the back straight. Murphy going through the gearbox. Everybody wanting to finish their season on a high, and those not fighting for the championship just want the result. Justin Allen now behind Penny, trying to get the slipstream from Penny as they come to complete another lap. It's been a good weekend for Justin Allen. It's a family team run by Justin and his family, and they enjoy their racing wherever they go, and this has been a good season. Now, is Gilchrist going to ruin the party and not show any respect for those chasing the title? And he knows the situation, and Shepherd really wants past Evans now, but Evans almost trying to slow the field down now because everybody he can get between himself. Oh no, Wood's gone off. Wood has gone off. Well, he had damage to the rear. What happened here? Oh, that's mechanical. He's just come to a stop there. And And sadly, Ryan Wood's hopes and dreams have gone up in smoke in the last 2 races. He got taken out, or hit from behind by GILCHRIST, and now he is out. So, then there were 2, Simon Evans and Rowan Shepherd. Shepherd just needs to finish second, but as you can see, if anything, oh, this is getting tight. If anything, purposely so, Evans using all his guile to slow the race down. And there's really nothing Shepherd can do about it. Lucky for him, we're on the last lap, but Evans doing everything he can to try and get GILCHRIST and Murphy into play. Shepherd holding on, they're side by side. He's got to make this complex stick. He does so, he breaks as late as he dares. And it looks as though Shepherd is going to take second. And more importantly, take the Best Bars Toyota 86 Championship for 2021. There's the checkered flag. Evans wins. Shepherd is second and champion. What a way to finish. Evans then with the win over Rowan Shepherd, who will take the title by just 5 points. Brock GILCHRIST on the podium again. Ronan Murphy, another great performance. Marco GILCHRIST 5th, and John Penny in 6th place. What a great way to finish the series. Here's Simon Evans.
Congratulations on winning that race. That was just a magnificent race, and what a display of race craft, keeping people behind you.
Yeah, thank you very much. To be honest, I went to bed last night thinking that we were pretty much down and out, but we changed a lot in the car, and that second race this morning, the reverse grid race, it was really, really quick, so I knew we had the pace. I did everything I could, but at the end of the day, I just come up a little bit short. And yeah, so congratulations, Rowan. He drove a fantastic season. I was trying to back him up, do as much as I could, and I thought I almost timed it perfectly. And Brock, I was trying to draft Brock down the back straight, and he just couldn't quite see his brake markers, and Rowan just got by. But hey, what a fantastic series to be part of. To come into the last race, the last race with 3 guys that could win it, literally, and it all depended on where we finished in the top 3 is a fantastic effort. So much going on in that race. Simon was doing everything that he could try to do to back me up, and then try to get another car in the middle of us. So he did really well, but yeah, I think we're the champions. So as long as there's no inquiries, I think we're pretty safe. But just a credit to the team. I've said it before. On Friday we were nowhere and managed to take the win overall, so absolutely stoked, and thanks to Dale ITM and private sponsors and Toyota for making it all possible. Yeah, it's been a great championship.
Ryan Wood, I'm sorry, I've got to say it's a sad end to the championship for you. Just tell us what happened.
Obviously on the warm-up lap, our inner guard fell out, and I knew from then something wasn't quite right. It must have been from the crash, and we just didn't pick it up, because obviously there was no damage on that side. Went out there and I could feel it going slightly flat, and maybe it could have held on for the 12 laps. So I started making my moves, started coming through, and then obviously it just kept getting lower and lower, and eventually it just went dead flat, and I couldn't turn left. So every time I turned left, it would just understeer, and that's why a couple of contact with Ronan and stuff like that. But yeah, we gave it a good hot crack. We were up to second, pushing on, and obviously it started just getting away, but you know, that stuff happens in car racing, and that's all part of it.
Excellent words in defeat by a great sportsman and a future star. Ryan Wood in 3rd, but it's Rowan Shepherd, your champion, by just 5 points over Simon Evans. GILCHRIST and Murphy 4th and 5th. Marco GILCHRIST in 6th place after a great season. The Best Bars Toyota 86 Championship has once again delivered, and it's a new champion, Rowan Shepherd, who takes victory overall. What a year. 7 years of great racing, producing future stars for New Zealand. This series continues to be one of the finest in New Zealand motorsport. They'll be back again next year. Testing is already just around the corner. From me, Jonathan Green, until next time, bye-bye for now.